Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to my kitchen. So if you are new to my channel, you are welcome, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to see more cooking videos. So today we are going to be making something a little bit different, and which is okra and ogbono soup. Well, I have a video on how to make okra soup. I also have a video on how to make ogbono soup, so you might also want to go and check the videos out and see how to make okra and ogbono soup in different ways. So I'm going to quickly walk you through the ingredients you will need to prepare this soup, and always bear in mind that you can adjust the ingredients the way you want them. So with that being said, let's get cooking. So to make this soup, here are some of the ingredients you will need to make this soup. Here I've got some shrimps, about a handful of shrimps, and here I've got my crayfish, about 2 tablespoons of crayfish, 3 Scotch bonnet peppers, and 3 knorr cubes. I've also got my ogbono. This is what it looks like, and I've got about a handful of ogbono seeds. And here I've got my chicken gizzards. So I've got about a full plate of chicken gizzard, and I've got my bonga fish, which I'm going to debone and soak in hot water and then add it to the pot. So I've got my locust beans, you can call it iru, and this is what it looks like on the inside. And I've got about 3 of them. I also have my okra. I have a full bowl of the okra. Yeah, I love okra, so I'm using all of this. You can minimize it, you can use more if you want. I've also got my palm oil, and this is the Nigerian premium. I've also got my mackerel. I'm going to be using 3 of them. Alright, and I'm also going to be cutting them into my desired sizes, which I'm going to show you later in the video. So I'm going to start by cooking the gizzards and the fish. And this is how I cut the fish. Like I said before, you can cut it into your desired sizes. So this is how to remove the intestines. Gently press it with your thumb or your index finger and it will fall off. So this is the fish head. I don't like any distraction in my draw soup, so I'm going to put it in the freezer and use it later. If you like it, you can add it. So I'm going to season the meat with salt and stock cube. That's the only seasoning I need in cooking the meat. And then add a little water, cover it and allow it to cook. Now I'm going to start cutting the okras, and one thing to note is whenever you want to cut your okra, make sure you shake them very well, because in there you have the hard ones and you have the soft ones. So make sure you are using the soft ones, all right? Should look like after cutting them. So now I'm going to blend the ogbono seeds with the crayfish. So I'm going to blend it twice, and what I'm doing is I add half of the ogbono and then half of the crayfish. So once you're done blending it, you should get something like this. Make sure it's finely blended. Now I'm going to add about 2 cooking spoons of palm oil into a clean pot. Add the onions and the peppers, stir it, and add the locust beans. And if you don't like it, you can skip it. Your soup will still, taste great. And here is the bonga fish. Like I told you, I soaked it in hot water and then I made sure I remove all the bones in the fish because that fish can contain a lot of bone. So yeah, you want to make sure you remove all the bones and then add the shrimps and add the okra. So why I like to fry my okra a little bit, just for about 3 to 4 minutes, is for it to release the slimy substance or the slimy texture in it. So yeah, and I also like the smoky flavor and taste it gives to the soup. That's why I love to fry it this way before I add it to the ogbono. So once I'm done frying, I'm going to remove it from the pot and then pour in the liquid from the cooked meat. Allow the liquid to boil. Once it starts boiling, then add the ground ogbono and crayfish. And when you are adding it, make sure you are stirring it immediately so that it doesn't form lumps in the soup. And you want to make sure you stir and cook this for maximum of 10 minutes so that the ogbono can cook very well. And then after 10 minutes, add the fried okra, stir it very well. Add more water if needed. For me, I like my draw soup to be light. I don't like it thick, so I added a cup of water. And make sure you add water depending on how you want the texture to be. So after that, I added the remaining 2 nut cubes, add the meat and the fish, and then cover the pot. Allow it to cook for another 10 minutes. Okay. So after 10 minutes, you can then add your spinach, stir it very well and cover the pot again. Allow it to cook for an additional 5 more minutes, and that will give you the total amount of 15 minutes and your soup is ready. Okay, so I know you'll be wondering, why is she always using this big pot to cook? So this is why I love to cook with big pot, so that I can store my soups in the freezer and I wouldn't have to be making soup every now and then. Okay, so I hope you like this video, and if you do, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Bye.